Give warnings such as how?
We give warnings all the time. We'll pull crew leaders in the party. We're like, hey, you just fucking try to boot us. We know about it, and hey, that's a fucking booting war right there. I suggest we either fucking like chill shit out, either apologize, surrender, whatever the fuck we gotta do to solve it, and you won't be hit, and none of your members will have to be hit. And if they continue to do it,
because what happened with BRM1 was that when I was in BRM1, when Roz was fighting BRM1, they're like, oh, if you try anything we don't like, we're gonna boot you. You're all gonna re-log.
Okay, you got what was the actual words here?
Okay, good.
Literally, because when I was in BRM1 and we were at our height and we were about to fight Roz, when we were messaging Walt's just like, oh, if you do anything we don't like, it's gonna take you a few hours to relog.
Such shit like that.
Like anybody. Either way, even if we did, which we didn't, use passive, it's in game. What gives you the right to fucking boot us over something we did in game? You can easily expose us. If we did that, which we did. I'm not really gonna say
for sure or anything that, because I don't really fucking remember. I
have screenshots, and it's.
Well, you're more than likely to post screenshots, get people to your side, but I'm not gonna comment on that.
Again, I don't expect you to speak like you're educated on that because you didn't see it. So I'm not gonna hold you responsible. You can ask Walt about that because Walt's the one who's with me. And what I've heard about you is that you're a civil guy, and you are a civil guy. But Walt's a completely different animal. He's a completely different person.
It's funny enough that you say that, because it depends who you talk to on if Walt's the civil one or if I'm not. According to Demise, I'm the civil one. According to Gore, I'm the fucking autistic one. It's kind of funny hearing that from different people.
Well, everybody has different opinions.
It's always one or the other. Either you talk to Walt or you talk to me.
I mean, I don't like Derek. I think he's an asshole.
Anyways, keep the questions going.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So far, no. I've just been listening to what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, so I could probably be on for about 20 more minutes if it runs this long.
Or ROZDAD. I have a question if this is just for ROZDAD. So as Sam mentioned in his last podcast, how he said how he wants our community to stop booting, but the thing is people wouldn't give up their system. Would you think personally, of you or Roz, would you guys give up booting if everyone else gave up booting and let go of their systems and
giving up booting is like a term like you're thinking of nukes, right? Giving up nukes. Booting, the knowledge to boot is always still going to be there. It's just a click of the way. That's why I'm not saying people are going to give up booting, because it's always going to be there. It's just a click on the computer to boot, right? Or at least have a VPN. So as far as crews giving it up, no. I think people will say they will, right? Because even in that meeting, people were getting hit off in that one meeting, and no one fucking claimed who it was, right? So what keeps this community from going like that and people just booting and then not saying anything about it? Because you guys suck at booting. I mean, yeah, you guys save people off, but you guys honestly suck at booting most of the time.
So if they're not booted, they suck at booting. But if they do boot them,
no, they do boot, right? But they don't have.
Well, Jaw doesn't boot.
Yeah, they can't hold 20 people off. I'm saying they can't hold 20 people off.
I have access to SOA, so I'll go look at SOA and tell you who the booters are. So,
I don't care who the booters are.
I'm
just saying.
Gore's there, but he boots.
Yes, they boot. They hold certain people off, but they're not able to hold 20 people off at all. So in my terms, they kind of suck at it. Yeah, they can hit certain people, but they can't really do too much damage. But they still try to pull that card.
I heard that they all just use small systems and they all just hit you at the same time. Because when I was getting hit offline, I was held offline for a day or so from SOA. And so I don't remember who I heard this from, but supposedly they all use weak systems and they'll just attack your IP at the same exact time and keep attacking you.
So unimpressed with how bad they are at booting. Just give a round of applause.
This is disappointing. Wait, what's the question here? Or is this for Job? You can't hold off 20 people. That's the funny part. You try hitting off 1 or 2 people, and then we come around and you're like, yeah, you're not doing that shit. And you guys get fucked.
Yeah, it's just a joke now. is.
You guys went from what, 50 members to like fucking 13? Everyone's dipping out of this war because they don't want to fucking get booted, which is the whole point. You guys want to start a cyber war. So you guys want to start a cyber war, and then, okay, cool. Well, we're going to take all your members away. We're going to take your influence. And in that group, the only person to be left is Demise. Because Demise, he won't quit. He will sit on ROZDAD, and he'll let this war play out. He doesn't care. He'll sit on ROZDAD.
Why don't you just go after him on ROZDAD then?
Does it look like I fucking play ROZDAD like I want to be a little cowboy?
I don't know what I look. I don't know what you look like. Man, you're pretty racist, so I thought the game would be pretty fitting.
Oh yes, I'm super racist. Everybody, I'm racist apparently now.
Well, you are, but
I am racist.
Tell Josh shut the fuck up.
And it's funny now the ASOE members that are left want to do the whole no booting thing because they know they fucked up and they're looking for an out.
Dingus.
because UN1's on your side, that's why.
Wait, what'd you say, Sam? UN1 was on your side?
Because UN1's on your side, that's why.
Low key, UN1's been on our side since the start.
Well, that's why I'm saying
it's
stop attacking.
This is all. They keep going the whole share set. They keep going the whole thing, and oh, you guys threaten this, threaten this. You guys can say that all as many times as you want.
I mean, I've been up on ASOA. I've been up on ASOA members out of God mode. So you also want to look at that.
And you guys realize half the crews, right, who claim that we booted them, we never booted them. They just know we can boot, and they don't want to fight us. So like, oh, they booted us out of Session, and we're just like, what the fuck?
Jake, is that unknown dog?
So that happens quite a bit. A better question for Jaw, right, is they claim Nord can boot, right? And they don't want to get booted. That's why they leave the lobby when we join. But they claim Nord can boot. So if Nord can fucking boot, why join a lobby with Nord? So either you know Nord can't boot, that's why you didn't care to fight them, or you're not scared of Roz booting, you're scared of us kicking your ass in lobby. It's one or the other.
I don't know what unknown Jaw's talking.
The excuse is that we're going to beat them.
Well, no,
the thing is, they just claim that they're
nobody, that no side believes, unfortunately.
The thing is, ASOE just claim shit. They see
Nobody claims shit.
The thing is, did you not see what happened when the two of the Roz members joined? Okay, they leave and they assume they're gonna get booted right away just because it's Roz. The thing is, why would you leave just because they don't know how to boot? That still doesn't.
I mean, no. I mean, I give them that. They can, yeah. Because to be fair, I'm pretty sure Walt said we're gonna boot them when we encounter them. Me, when I get in the lobby, I'm gonna see if they fight first. If I think about booting, which usually I don't, because I don't care enough at that point. But I mean, yeah, I encourage them to leave because they might get booted. But that's if they just sit there.
Damn, this has been going on for 2 hours. Damn.
I encourage them to drop tags. If they're so worried about getting booted, maybe find a better crew with a better crew leader who won't set you up for failure and get you into a booting war. I'm fine with that or something. You can say that. I mean, we said it, we're going to beat ASOA. So, I mean, if they want to drop lobby because of that, it's fine. But I'm just saying. Alright.
Wait, Stewie.
Jake, they said they were going to hold over static members offline. That's what they said. They said when I got hit, they said...
Stewie? Wait, let me see which See what Stewie you guys have in your crew.
Alright, so I'm confused. What are we debating here? Are we debating if the ASOA and Roz War is, like, justified, or what the fuck are we debating here now? Because I'm kind of confused.
That's Stewie.
Yeah. Yeah, this was originally a...
Yeah, you guys. Staying track.
Low-key dig your outfit. Jesus Christ, yo. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, in response, right? Cause, I think someone mentioned on your video, one of our fucking, because someone said it about you, I think it's Sam, you about talking down to fucking people on your live stream, and you said you didn't. That was the person that I went out to say, because I think it was with Corporal Genocide and Raider, the way you were fucking speaking to them with your big ass fucking attitude. If I was in that party, I would.
They were. I told them. I basically told them.
Yeah, no, you talking down to them like they were fucking beneath you, and you're a fucking piece of shit.
No.
I'm just saying.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
I might not like them either.
I told them to stop doing these accents and just answer the questions, and they kept doing these fucking accents, and I told them
you were talking down to them like they were beneath you.
Well, if they're gonna disrespect my podcast, yeah, I'm gonna talk down to them.
So you admit you talked down to them, but you just went and said that you didn't talk down to anybody.
I didn't talk down to anybody.
So which is it? No, you just said you talked down to them, but you went and said you never talked down to anybody.
Get the audio clip where I talked down to them.
Dude, I don't have to. You just said, yeah, I talked down to them because
where
they
did I talk down to them?
You just said you talked down to them because they deserve it. I don't even play the audio clip now.
Get the audio clip. Get the audio clip.
I'm fucking live streaming.
Alright, let's listen to it.
But Sam, did you not?
Drop tags. They're so worried about getting booted.
Maybe
find a better crew with a better
fucking
failure.
Alright, put your live stream up.
Why are you playing?
I think he's like 2 minutes behind.
Why are you playing the live stream in the fucking mic?
Anyways, but you did just say you talked down to them because they deserve it. Did you not just say that?
If they were disrespecting me, I would have told them to shut up.
But you just said you talked down to them. Did you not?
Alright, well, if you can prove that I did, I did.
You just said it in the party.
Well, let's see if I actually did.
You said yes because they deserved it.
Let's see if I actually did.
I don't care enough.
And you act like you don't talk down to people. What the fuck? Okay.
Okay, dude.
Let's see, I'll actually pull it up.
Alright, so, actually, the fuck. Sir, you want to keep the questions going while he's doing that? I'm here to ask some questions you guys like.
Okay, I have the audio clip right here if you want to hear it.
You get it? That was the person that I went out to say, because I think it was with Corporal Genocide and Raider, the way you were fucking speaking to them with your big ass fucking attitude. If I was in that party,
I told them. I basically told them.
Yeah, no, you talked down to them like they were fucking beneath you, and you're fucking.
No. That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
I might not like them either.
I told them to stop doing these accents and just answer the questions, and they kept doing these fucking accents, and I told them to respect.
Like they're
well, if they're gonna disrespect my podcast, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them. Were those the words?
If they did, then I would. But
oh, you just said yeah, I'm going to talk down to them. If they disrespected
if they did,
you, and you just said they disrespected you.
Did I say I did, or did I say I would?
You just said yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm sorry. We can play the word game all day here. I don't care. I just proved my point though.
Sure you did.
Shoot it. Damn it, Carlos. Okay, so the motivation first, the purpose was to fight against ASOA, and any groups that wanted to support us in that war effort and didn't just want to remain neutral, they actually wanted to help in the war effort, they could join the ROZDAD United Forces. But as now we're going, we're seeing it more as a chance to bring crews that are like-minded with us and help them, such as giving them emblems, helping with members, security, all that. So it's gone from just fighting ASOA to us just supporting crews and helping them grow. So that's what the ROZDAD United Forces more or less turned into. And I think after the ROZDAD United Forces was really built just to fight ASOA. As far as when the ASOA war is over or whatnot, if we're going to dissolve that, create something new, or keep it going, I think our purpose is going to be just to build up crews that are like-minded, such as CERB, NORD, all the groups that are within the United Forces right now. Which we approved with the emblems, security, all that again, like I said before. The ants.
Yep. Talk about what? Jeremy's definitely wrong for what he did. I'm not denying that. Ever. Maybe I didn't mention Jeremy, but of course he hasn't been in the community. I've been in RDR. There's not really much to say about him at this point. I haven't been involved in any, like, I understand UN1 is out of touch. I haven't been in any wars or any confrontations with ASOA or Roz because I'm kind of in this intricate position where I don't want to fight alongside Roz because I don't like them, but I don't want to fight against ASOA either. Either way, I just don't.
Well, we never asked people to pick sides. We just said to remain neutral. If they didn't want to support either side.
Well, the thing is, I'm not neutral. I'm not neutral both. I don't like either. I didn't talk down on them because they weren't there. I was using them as an example. Just like I used FLOT as an example, and I used AS2A as an example. Just using them as an example. Just to get my point across.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's an ego battle going on between me and Wolfie. See who wins that one.
What about it? I didn't really watch the video, so.
You can't comment anyway.
What? I mean, people told me about it, what was said. People told me what was said. I mean, I really don't feel one way or another. I think it was just Sam fucking showing his opinion again, which was the same fucking thing he said in the meeting.
She was quite different.
I didn't watch the video, so I really didn't care.
It was more of like an ego battle between me and Walt because, you know, he threw a couple of shots my way, I threw a couple of shots his way. It's just the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be great banter between me and him. Always, I love it.
Mm-hmm. If you were on the ASOA side? Because we made it very clear what's happened if you're on the ASOA side. So, I mean, that's going to remain the same. But then again, we've told any member of the United Forces, we never forced them to join. We told them they could remain neutral, but we said they can join if they want. I don't remember forcing any group to join. And I remember at that meeting and the other meetings, we told them they could leave if they want.
Yo, I'm getting off in like 3 minutes, so let's wrap this up. Actually, no, don't wrap it up. You can continue however the fuck long you want to.
Wait, but Sam, though, you said you wanted to debate with us because we're scared of you, but here I'm in party. What big thing do you have to debate with us about or tell us that we're going to be
community? I would
so
debate with Walt.
I'm here right now.
Scared. I say that's one argument.
I'm here right now, and you haven't said anything that's really stomping me at all.
Like what? What do you want me to talk to you about?
You're the one that said we were scared. I mean, to me, it's always it's always the endless thing of booting is wrong. That's nothing you've ever said, and that's repetitive.
Okay.
But
it's repetitive.
Is that all you got?
It's repetitive. It's just always bringing up what ASOA does rather than just being accountable and working to improve the community. And basically, what you're saying is, what Roz is saying is, we should just boot everyone who's in ASOA and affiliated with ASOA. So how is that? You're saying you're going to expand the community. How is that expanding the community?
Okay, all right. Because ASOA, right? They're doing that whole booting, doxing game, right? We're holding them accountable. We're taking their influence away. We're preventing them from doing that. We're preventing them from being toxic. And at the same time, okay, yeah, we're killing ASOA in one group. They really don't have any other allies. So let's say maybe going right. So let's say like 2 groups, right? However, how many crews are we building up? Nord, CERB, SCTF.
Crews that were already here?
But how many crews? Okay, yes, they're here. I'm sorry, I can't go and create a crew out of thin air to fucking make, right? But actually,
so basically, cancel each other out by booting ASOA and all their alliances, if they have alliances. Well, they have alliances.
I'm saying they're toxic to the community. They're harmful, and we are removing them from the community, right? We're not necessarily removing their members. If their members want to go join a new group, that's fine.
So if they join a new group, you want them off.
We've said that. If they drop tags, they're fine.
Yeah, this will be the final question, because I gotta go. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Okay. I ain't really pushing no more. I would just say they ain't practicing what they preach. What I'd say to that. Now I pick, listen, I'm okay with Jaw right now. I know he doesn't boot, he plays fair. I'm okay with Voyage. I know he doesn't boot, he plays fair. I'm not hanging around with Jeremy. I might talk to Gore in a Discord chat every now and then, but I'm not like I'm hanging around with those guys. I pick and choose who I hang out with, like Roz Angel. I'm pretty friendly with her. Roz Tiger, friendly with him. So I pick and choose who I'm friendly with based off when he was.
He hasn't been in Raj for a long time, but yeah.
So I was just saying, I'm picking and choosing, you know, who I can be friendly with just based off individual character. I know Jeremy has done some bad things, and I disagree with him, and I think he should be held accountable. But so should Walt. So should Noah. So should Gore. So should Derek. I'm picking and choosing who I believe is good, and I'm picking and choosing who I believe is bad, right and wrong.
Not to interrupt here, but how are you going to oust those groups when you're associating and supporting the very people who support them?
Supporting who?
Well, you just said, I mean, you talk to, you know, the members that aren't as bad, that don't boot, right? When you're talking with them, you're kind of, you may not support the group, but you're still associated with those people.
So because they're in a crew, they support booting? That's basically like saying, like saying like Roz Angel, I'm friends with Roz Angel, she's in Roz, she supports booting? The fuck?
I mean, if they're in a group, I mean, they probably do.
Goes both ways.
I'm just saying, if everyone in ASOA knows what they do, they're kind of like guilty by association.
It's not like they can really do anything about it.
Well, I'm just,
it's not like your members can say, hey, Walt, stop booting.
Quick question.
Get kicked out of the fucking group.
All right. You just said those certain members don't boot, right? So your whole plan is to out those groups. You just said those certain members like Jaw, Voids don't boot, right? But your plan is to out them from the community if they do that. What are you going to do? Just not talk to Jaw and Voids anymore?
Yeah. When they get exiled, they can either leave or get exiled.
They don't boot. They're not the issue.
If their leader boots,
but their leader is the issue,
so get exiled.
So you're cutting out the members, right? Almost what we're doing with booting, right? The leader is the issue, so we're cutting out the members too. Yeah. It sends a message, right? Same thing we're doing with booting. It's the same thing we're doing with booting.
Exactly. But Jeremy isn't here right now. He's not booting.
And you said they need to drop tags, right? And they'll be fine. Same thing we said.
Okay, but that's one-sided.
How's it one-sided? We're doing the same thing.
Because nobody's saying that you gotta drop tags or your members are getting booted. It's going both ways.
Okay, you just said
what about you both just stop booting and everything will be fine?
That's never going to happen.
Stop booting. Why not? Because of ego?
Because they sneak boot. All right, because so many groups in the community will boot and then not say anything about it. Even though you know they do it, they'll never admit it.
Admit it, don't admit it, doesn't matter. You both boot.
What's your whole point to solve it? Like, what's your whole plan? Oust those? But you just said those certain members don't support booting.
What's your whole point to solve it?
Just oust them too.
Monitor the community with booting?
Okay, but you just said even though those certain members don't support booting, they need to be ousted from the community too because they're wearing the tags. That's the same thing we're saying. That's the same thing we're saying now.
The standard would be applied for everybody, not just them. If you're you, if you're from. The thing is, Jaw was for that. That's why he was at the meeting and he voted A. So he knew exactly what he was getting himself into by voting.
But he's not Jeremy. He can't go and tell Jeremy, hey, you gotta stop voting. I mean, he can try, but Jeremy might just fucking hit him off.
He understands. He understands what I'm trying to do. I've explained this to him. And he'd say, yeah, I was all for it.
Then maybe if he's all for not getting booted, maybe he needs to join a group that doesn't get them booted. He needs to find a crew leader who's not going to get him booted already.
Shortage of crews. There's nothing you can do.
Shortage of crews. Okay, then what is he supposed to do now? Well, okay, if you oust ASOA, what is he going to do then? Shortage of crews.
It's an isolated incident where his best friend Coffee, who ran GRFS, is currently not in the game. So right now, ASOA is who he falls back on. Not his fault.
It's not his fault. But you just said it's not his fault. However, he also has to be excommunicated because he's an ASOA. And
he understands that he would have to leave. He would understand that he would have to leave.
So why is it not the same thing with booting? His crew leader is booting, and we're holding his crew
It's the same thing. I said it applied to every crew. It applied to your crew. It applied to SEAL. It applied to STMC. It applied to ASOA. It applied to everybody.
But you realize all these groups have booters.
Exactly. I didn't get pissed at that because they didn't support. I got pissed because they said they supported, and then they just jumped to Roz unexpectedly, like without being like, "Oh, we're going to Roz." Like, you say one thing, you do another. It's like bait and switch. So, either way, if you guys want to continue this meeting later, or I don't know, tomorrow, if you want to do like a second part, I'm down for it, honestly, because I know ROZDAD loves talking to me, loves debating with me. So, yeah, I'll be down for that tomorrow. After, I think, what, 7? Yeah, I think after 12? You guys want to start at 1 p.m.
1 in the
EST?
afternoon?
1 p.m. EST, we can continue this? Yeah, of course. Have these questions ready and fired up.
Yeah, I probably
Give it your best shot, baby. Sayonara.
Anyways, well, Sam gone. CERB, you guys have any other questions for Roz for the live stream? Alright, no, actually, that makes me think about new crews in the community. I'm not sure if this was hit on during his meeting or not, because I didn't fucking hear it. But, you guys talk about how booting is the only thing that kills the community. What about all the crews that go and jump any new crew that comes up? How many new crews get formed, and then they get jumped by every crew in the community, and then shut down a week later? How many times does that happen? Happens all the fucking time. New crews will pop up, they'll get attacked by everybody just because they're new, and people want to prove they're better. So this community wants to talk about improving it, but they're the same people who will go jump a crew until they shut down because they're bored. Just saying. So my advice for new crews is to have security tight. Don't let any links to your sessions. You know, fucking check friends list, communities, stay out of them. Right? Don't recruit from the communities because that's how you get spies. All right? This is all trade secrets. This is why we've been around so long, because this is what we do. So don't recruit from communities. You know, do whatever recruitment you have to, recruit your friends, whatever. But keep security tight, check friends list. Don't add the enemy just because you might jump them, because they're going to use it to jump you. Be careful who you promote on Social Club, so they don't send out invites. Right? So essentially, stay away from the community. If you're new to the community, stay away from the community in a sense. Because the crews will try to fuck you because you're new. Happens all the time. You reach out to some crew, they're like, yeah, we'll do an alliance meeting with you, right? Get to the alliance meeting, you're thinking everything's going good. You walk out of the facility, and then you get stabbed. And they're like, fuck you. Walking with the community.
And they're all going to be completely free.
But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Let's go, yo. Today was a nice podcast.
Question, ROZDAD, right?
Yeah.
So, personally, I believe in defensive booting, right? So, are all of your actions considered defensive booting, or are they considered like full?
Not necessarily in a defense of Roz, as in sometimes the defense in other groups.
So, say if if CERB wasn't allied and they got jumped by ASOA, would you help them?
I mean, yes, it's possible. I mean, most people join the United Forces for that support, and that's guarantee us our full response. You know, when you get jumped. However, we only have so much manpower. So we're trying to like dedicate most of our manpower to the groups that are currently supporting us against ASOA. But because I think it was corporate genocide actually, we offered him the alliance, right, to come to the United Forces meeting. And during the alliance meeting, he got jumped by ASOA. I'm like, I don't even want to tell you. Like, you should have came to the alliance meeting. I came to drop everything and come to you. But he said they had it handled and they were defending them pretty good. So I guess it worked out for the better.
Yeah. We actually have a CVC with GOEM scheduled
What?
on Tuesday.
GOEM.
Someone has a loud ass mic, or your mic's low.
My mic's low. We currently have a CVC scheduled with GOEM on Tuesday, so.
Guys, you should invite me to that, yo. I'll enjoy that.
So they still have members by then. Yeah, no, I'm the round for. It's okay. I will have you shot. Okay. I can't say for sure, because originally the RUF was built to fight ASOA, but as we see, it's a great tool to help build our allies. It's, it keeps them centralized, in a kind of way. So I really can't say. Until ASOA is done and Walt makes a decision, I can't really say what happened. I'm not saying it's going to go away, but if it does, more than likely there will be another group kind of pop up that we form for that purpose of building the community. And more than likely, if we do that, it won't even have ROZ in it, because we don't want to always make it about us, especially when it comes to the community. We did a friendly CVC with Nord not too long ago, and then afterwards I brought them into the facility and we talked about tactics, what went wrong, who fucked up, and why they fucked up. If you're asking for advice on tactics for the new crews, communication is key. So many groups, they get into a fight, and even if it's going their way, their communication is whack. They're all yelling, they're all screaming, people don't listen to orders, and that's really comes down. You're in the military community. Yeah, I know it's not ICE and all that, but if you're in a crew, you should listen to those above you. I'm just saying, and especially in fights, that's really. But,
I have a question.
That's one thing I was sitting with Nord after the fight. We haven't done any more friendly CVCs after that, just because we haven't had the time. We've been doing a lot of filming lately. Obviously, you see it from YouTube. So.
ROZDAD,
there'll definitely be more in the future.
Is Ancient Pest your best friend?
I have a lot of best friends, okay? Ancient Pest may or may not be one of those. I don't know. Can't confirm or deny that.
Wow, I see how it is. Alright, I'm offended.
Didn't you just say that last question? You have two more? It's fine. It's kind of funny. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just shoot it. Well, as much as Walt might hate me for saying this, because as much as Walt wants to build the community, our enemies will take this and use it against us and build their groups, but it's whatever. Don't recruit from communities. Try to go recruit your friends. Try to find people in public sessions to recruit. Talk to them. Go out to people that's not in the military community and try to recruit them. If you're recruiting from the military community on like the GTA 5 military meetups and all those communities, you're going to usually just get coup hoppers and spies, and they're going to be the downfall of your crew. They're not going to help it at all. So don't recruit from those communities. I mean, yeah, if you want to, you can go to the GTA roleplay communities, the Mafia communities, and recruit. Actually, I want to go to the Mafia communities. They're all snakes. But don't go to if you do recruit the communities, don't go to the communities that are directly related to the GTA 5 military crews. Because you're just going to get spies.
The Mafia
and then try recruiting friends, friends of friends. That usually helps. And then just go make friends in public lobbies and try to recruit them also. That's what we do most of the time. We go and make friends in public lobbies and recruit them. Mm-hmm. That's definitely a walk question. I don't do any of the filming. I usually, like, when the filming comes up, I'm like, hey, my pet goldfish died, or I'll say I gotta take it for a walk. Fuck that. Really, it takes a lot of practice. Emperor has been practicing filming for years, so it takes practice. You gotta know how to use Rockstar Editor.
Can you get the fuck away from me?
I know he uses that, and I think he just uses the, I don't know, whatever shit on PlayStation the editor is. He's been he's been trying to teach people within our group how to do it. It's definitely a long learning process, and not everybody has the creative mindset to do it. I mean, pictures are one thing, but a whole video, it takes creative mindset, definitely, and just lots of practice. No doubt. How to come show Sam up.
Come here, big boy. Don't worry to join the chicken nugget squad.
And ROZDAD is my best friend, just so you know. Alright, and thank you guys for tuning in.